Hello everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 2 of What If Deku Was the Ghost Rider. Now, where we last left off, Izuku has finally got uh, enough from Bakugo bullshit and start going at him in the school, breaking some walls and go after Izuku, after Bakugo. And after a fight with heroes that tried to, stop him, the police got hold of Izuku and tried to do, a quirk test to see if he's quirkless or not. But the surprise that he's actually quirkless, as All Might, the chief of police, and the detective think that is some sort of a villain that have a shape-shifting quirk or something like that. As when Izuku finally come back home, he look in the mirror seeing Vengeance, the Ghost Rider, as he's, surprised, and Vengeance told him about what happened to him and give him an offer if he will be able to help as much as people as he want with our power, but he will have to kill villains because Vengeance will not gonna let any villain run away in the street alive. As Izuku agreeing on that, and Vengeance telling him that he will gonna train in the morning tomorrow. And after that, in the morning, Izuku waking up wearing this, as he said, "Good morning, Mom," as Inko said, "Good morning, Izuku," and Vengeance in his head said, "Come on, let's get out of here and start training," as Izuku said, "Can you please shut up for a little bit? You didn't let me sleep all the night. You were just talking about vengeance and how you need to deserve justice or something like that." As Vengeance said, "Well, that's my work. So, if you doesn't like me talking, how about you try to shut me up?" As Izuku said, alright, alright. And after that, he got, the food and start eating. As Izuku said, "Mom, I'm gonna go to train." As Inko said, "What? Are you gonna go training, Izuku?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, Mom. I'm still gonna apply to UA." As Vengeance inside Izuku mind said, "Didn't I already told you that you can't become a hero when you kill people?" As Izuku said, "I know, but how about we just collect information from them so we can find more bigger targets?" As Vengeance smiled inside Izuku mind and said, "Alright, kid, you start to understand what I'm trying to do here." And after that, Izuku, with Vengeance, after eating the breakfast, Vengeance told him, "Try to wear something black. I don't like your stupid pants." As Izuku said, "What's wrong with the blue color?" As Vengeance said, "It's hurt my eyes. Wear some like a hoodie jacket and black thing because I will not gonna walk with you in the street wearing this." As Izuku said, "You're not even walking with me. You are inside my mind." As Vengeance said, "Well, it's still embarrassing, so wear something for God's sake." As Izuku said, "Fine, fine." Sheesh, I didn't know that the spirit of vengeance is so annoying. As Vengeance said, "Yeah, try to... Yeah, you think I am annoying? Try to sleep in the night while you hearing screams inside your skull all of the night, and tell me that is not annoying." As Izuku said, "You are hearing screams?" As Vengeance said, "Yeah, the screams of the people that need my help, and I smell the smell of those asshole, those that committed sins in their lives." As Izuku said, "Alright, well, let me wear something." As Izuku go to his room and wearing a black hoodie jacket with, a black t-shirt under it. As Inku said, "Izuku, what's wrong with your eyes?" As Izuku said, "What's wrong with my eyes?" As Izuku looking in the mirror seeing his eyes red. As Vengeance said, "My bad, kid." As he, turned his eyes back to normal. And Izuku looking at his mom saying, "What's wrong with my eyes?" As Inko's looking at it saying, "What? I thought for a moment that they were red." As Izuku said, you must imagining, mom. As Inko said, yeah, you must be right. And after that, Izuku leave the house and Vengeance immediately turned his eyes red and orange like a fire for back as Izuku said, why you did this? As Vengeance said, well, two main reasons. One, I don't like green colors. And second, you don't want people to see you, don't you? To know the colors of your eyes? As Izuku said, well, that might actually be good. And after that, Vengeance said, well, come after me, kid. As Izuku said, where are you taking me? As he said, just walk in this direction. And after Izuku walked a little bit, he find himself in front of, you know, a big place, a beach with a lots of garbage on it. As he said, why did you get me here? As Vengeance said, to train, of course. And did you got the book? As Izuku said, yeah, it's in my bag. As Vengeance said, great. Go sit there and close to the garbage and make sure that no one can see you. And we can start training. And after that, Izuku goes down and sit, on a fridge, an old broken fridge or something like that. As he opened the book, seeing he got the book in his hand as he said, well, what do I do with it? As Vengeance said, read it for God's sake. Don't you understand what I'm trying to do here? As Izuku said, I mean, I don't think that a book like this will gonna be able to read, don't you think? As Vengeance said, then how did you even kid, you are annoying me so much. Just read it. As Izuku said, fine. Alright, as he opened it up and started reading, he reading the papers. The words said, the vessel for the Ghost Rider can control and order the hell flames inside his body, and to use it as he please. All what he need to do is just talking with the elements of fire inside of him. As Izuku said to Vengeance, what does that mean? As Vengeance said, just like you red kid, talk to the fire element inside your body. As Izuku said, alright. And after that, Izuku holding his left arm in front of him, closing his fist, as he said, I'm talking to the fire element inside of me. Give me the control over the hell flames, and let me use it as I please. And after that, he opened his hand, revealing that it started burning, as he said, I did it again. As Vengeance said, I'm happy for you, kid. Now, throw it at this garbage there. As Izuku said, alright. And after that, Izuku throwing his hand in front of him, and a big beam of fire being shot out of it, making it's like another sun has hit the ground, has hit the beach. From how much bright it is. Then the garbage that were in the zone of the flames has been obliterating. Not even dust has left. Not even smoke was able to come out. And the ground under it, the dust turned into glass. As Izuku said, whoa, that was cool. As Vengeance said, yeah. Well, let's try training more. And after that, Vengeance, has told Izuku about the ability to transform. As Izuku transform and look at himself in a broken mirror near the garbage, as he's surprised, but after a couple of trying, he got used to it and got used to using flames and all of that. As Vengeance said, well, I think that's all what we got to do for today, kid. Be prepared, because we are gonna get out in the night. As Izuku said, are you really should do this? Can't you just capture villains? As Vengeance said, no. And a couple of hours goes by as Izuku and Vengeance are just training together, and after that, Vengeance said, alright, kid, I think this is enough for today. As Izuku said, alright then, let's go back. As Izuku got his book and put it inside his, bag and was about to leave, but Vengeance told him, "Wait a second, I smell something." As Izuku said, "What do you smell?" As Vengeance said, "Try using your nose, kid." As he starts sniffing the air, saying, "What this smell?" As Vengeance said, "This is the smell of gasoline and fuel. Go there, kid." As he pointed at, uh, a lot of garbage. As Vengeance got control over Izuku's body, and Izuku said, "Whoa, what are you trying to do?" As Vengeance just ripping through the garbage until he find it. As he said, "Ah, I was sure that I smelled the smell of gasoline and some fuel. Look at you, beautiful, so beautiful." As Izuku said, "This is just a bike." As Vengeance said, "Don't call it that. Maybe it's destroyed, but if we can fix it, we can ride it." As Izuku said, "Ride it? What do you mean?" As Vengeance said, "Oh, come on, kid, you were not gonna become the Ghost Rider if you're not gonna have something to ride it. So, search for some other parts and then we can fix this bike and go in the night and ride it." As Izuku said, alright, let me just take it back to the house." And after that, Izuku got back to the house. As Inko said, "Oh, hello, Izuku." As Izuku said, "Hi, mom. I'm gonna go into my room right now." As Inko said, "But aren't you gonna eat your food?" As Izuku said, "No, I'm not hungry." As Inko said, "Alright then." And after that, Izuku got into his room. And in the middle of the night, Izuku wake up and Vengeance told him, "Is your mom sleeping?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, she should be sleeping by this time." As Vengeance said, "Well then, go wear some hoodie jacket and let's go." And after that, Izuku wearing a hoodie jacket and, a black pants and a black t-shirt. And after that, Izuku jump out of the window and start walking down the street with his hoodie jacket on his head. As after that, Vengeance said, "Do you smell this?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I smell it." As he starts sniffing the air, saying, "It smell of," as Vengeance said, "it smell of those who have committed sins. Let's go." And after that, Izuku starts running until he find an alleyway. As he see three muggers trying to harass a girl. At this girl screaming, saying, "Please, please, someone help me! Someone, please help me!" As the mugger said, "Oh, come on, let's just have some fun. It will not gonna last for long." And after that, Izuku said, "Hey, you." As Izuku right now wearing his hoodie on his head, the mugger's looking at him saying, "Huh? What do you want, kid?" As the girl said, "Please help me, please." As Izuku said, "How about you put your hands down from her and go away before I kill you?" As the first mugger said, "Oh, look what do we have here. Some hero, aren't you?" As Izuku said, "Hero? No, I'm not a hero. I'm Ghost. So why don't you gonna leave her, or should I burn you alive? Turn you into a couple of just black dust." As he engulfed his left arm with fire. As the second mugger said, "Wait, black dust? His Inferno boss is the same guy that burned all of those villains." As the first mugger said, "Huh, then if we killed him, all of the villains will gonna think that we are great. Boys, go at him." As they start surrounding Izuku, one with the enhancement quirk, strong quirk, and the other one with the wind quirk, and the third mugger have the ability to shoot laser out of his eyes. As they surround Izuku, and the boss, which is the one with the power quirk, he said, "Well, do you give up, kid, or not?" As Izuku said, "Me? Giving up? I didn't even start it." As after that, the mugger with the strong quirk go at Izuku dodging his punch and go down, and then engulfing his hand with the flames and throw a punch directly through his chest, killing him instantly. as the other two watching this thing. What did you do? As Izuku said, what does it look like? I killed him. As this mugger with this, wind quirk tried to throw, a wind blast at Izuku. Izuku dodging this, but this, the third mugger, which is the one with the laser quirk, throw a laser beam at Izuku, piercing through his chest. As the mugger number 2 said, "We got him. We got him, Jeff. Let's call him just Jeff." And after that, the girl said, "No, no!" But Izuku said, "What? Why are you screaming at? It's nothing." As the second mugger said, "What? I just pierced through your chest. You can't still alive." As Izuku said, "Oh, really?" As he starts regenerating, and after that, he go and the second mugger and got hold of his face as he breathed fire in his face. And after that, the third mugger, which is the last one, saying, "Please, please, don't kill me. Please, I will leave. Please." As Izuku said, "I will not gonna leave any person that committed any sins in his life alive. You," as he pointed with his finger at him, saying, "Guilty." As he got hold of his neck and put him against the wall, as he see, "Look into my eyes. Feel their pain. And remember their screams." As the mugger looking in his eyes starts screaming in pain, remembering all what he did about crimes in his life and all the people that he hurt, as his eyes turn into like magma. And Izuku leave him as he fall on the ground dead. As the girl right now against the wall, fall on her back against the wall. As Izuku looking at her, she said, "Please, please don't kill me, please, please." As Izuku go to her, as she just saying, "Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please." As Izuku gave her a hand and said, "I'm not gonna kill you. I'm here to save you." As she didn't weren't able to look at his face because he covered his face with a black mask, a corona mask, if you would say so. As she said, "Thank you." As Izuku said, "You're welcome. What's your name?" smiling at her, but from behind his mask. As the girl said, "Well, my name is Kami. My name is Kami. Thanks for the help." As Izuku said, "No problem. Take care of yourself." As Izuku jumped at the wall and start jumping away. As she said, "No, wait!" But he already has left. As she said, "Why did he left? And he was so handsome." As Kami leave the place and Izuku just jumping on the roofs. After a couple of minutes from jumping on the roofs and stopping some villains, Izuku just talking with Vengeance on his head. As Vengeance said, "Be careful." As Izuku looking at his left, seeing some weird scarf wrapping around his body and slam him into the ground. As Izuku said, "What is this?" As he looking above him, he see a guy with a yellow goggles and the black hair and red eyes. As he said, "So, you are Inferno, huh? A little kid? Why did you do this, kid?" As Izuku said, "Damn it, I need to get out of here." As Aizawa was about to go and get off, the corona mask out of Izuku's face, but Izuku managed to, engulf his body with flames and go, break the chains around him, breaking the scarf. As he jumped back saying, "You are Eraserhead, aren't you?" As Eraserhead said, "Yeah, it's me. So, why don't you just give up, kid, and go with me in the easy way?" As Izuku said, "I'm not gonna go with the easy way. I'm still have to kill all of those villains." As Aizawa said, "You are a mistreated kid. You need someone to get you back into the right way. Just come with me, and I will gonna teach you how to use your quirk very efficiently. And you can become a great hero one day. How does that sound?" As Izuku said, "I don't agree. I'm rather killing them all." As Aizawa said, "Well then I will gonna get you by force." As Aizawa throwing his scarf, Izuku dodges it and go to throw a fire punch at, Eraserhead. Eraserhead, using his quirk, tried to erase Izuku, but it didn't work as he got punched in his chest, thrown at the wall. As he said, "What the? Why your quirk is not erasing?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I have some great abilities." As he engulfed his hand with the flames and was about to throw a fire blast as Aizawa, but before that happened, President Mike coming from above the roof and starts screaming, saying, "Yeah!" As Izuku putting his hand on his ear, saying, "Ah, my ears! Stop it, you asshole!" As he said, continues screaming, and after that, Vengeance said in his mind, "Come on, kid, do it already." As Izuku said, "But I was want to keep it for later." As Vengeance said, "Oh, come on." As Izuku blow up with fire, making President Mike stop screaming, and Aizawa getting hold of himself, protecting himself with his hands, as a loss of smoke being around the place. And when the smoke clears, Aizawa and President Mike seeing a flaming skull with the hoodie on its head, and a fire all around it. As Aizawa said, "What the hell?" As Izuku said, "Well, if you want me to go all out, then I will go all out." As Izuku, or Ghost Rider, engulfed his hand with, red fire, as he put his hand together and said, "Hell flames!" As he throw fire at Aizawa and President Mike. Aizawa was fast and using his scarf, wrap it around something, wrap it around the building to, got, President Mike. He and President Mike got away out of the fire, and from behind, he, Endeavor came in throwing fire at Izuku, as he said, so you are Inferno, huh? You are a disgrace for all the people that can use fire." As, Ghost Rider looking behind as he see Endeavor, as he point with his finger and said, "You guilty." As Endeavor said, "Guilty?" As he jumped at Endeavor and got hold of out of his neck, but before he can use the pinning stare, Aizawa come from behind and wrap his scarf around his body and throw it into a wall. And after that, Ghost Rider said, Vengeance inside Izuku has said, "Come on, Midoriya, let's get them into a place where we can fight for real." As Izuku said, "Alright then." As Izuku start jumping on the roof, as Aizawa said, "He's running away, we need to go after him." As President Mike, Aizawa, and, Endeavor go after Izuku. And while that happened, Aizawa just calling more backup. As Izuku end up in an old warehouse, abandoned warehouse, as he stand there as waiting for the others. As Endeavor, President Mike, and Eraserhead come in front of Izuku. As Endeavor said, "Give up right now, Inferno. You are done." As Ghost Rider said, "Inferno? Why are you calling me that name? My name is the Ghost Rider." As Aizawa said, "Whatever, kid. Why don't you just go easy and let us get you back? You can become a great hero, so how about you stop what you're doing?" As, Endeavor said, "Wait, this is a kid?" As Aizawa said, "Yeah, he's having a weird transformation quirk. I'm trying to turn it off, but it doesn't turn off." As Izuku said, "Didn't I already told you? I have a special ability." As he engulf his hand with red fire and go to, throw a punch at Endeavor, but Endeavor using his fire, throw a fire at him, but Izuku just go right through it and got hold of his hand and throw a punch at his face. And then President Mike starts screaming at him, which make Izuku or Ghost Rider fall on the ground, start screaming in pain. As Vengeance side, Izuku has said, "Izuku, on your right." As Izuku looking at his right, seeing a chain, a metal chain. As he snap it out of his, take the chain and engulf it with fire. As he throw it at, President Mike and wrap it around of him. As he said, "Get over here." As he make present might get a little bit closer to himself as he threw a punch at his face and said, "You are innocent." As he looked at Aizawa and pointed with his finger and said, "You are also innocent." As Aizawa said, "What are you talking about, kid? What's the thing about that innocent and guilty thing of yours?" As Izuku said, "I am the justice. I am the vengeance. I am the Ghost Rider. And I will gonna make sure that there is no villain being left in this land, in this world." As Aizawa said, "You are talking nonsense." And before Izuku was able to throw his, chain around Aizawa, from behind, a voice being heard saying, "Never fear, for I am here." As Izuku looking behind, seeing All Might, as he said, "Oh, All Might, the symbol of peace, what a pleasant surprise." As All Might said, "Inferno, stop what you're doing and go in the easy way, or should I fight you until you give up?" As Izuku said, "I already defeated the number 2. So, I think that I can take you on." As All Might said, "Well then," as he go at a Ghost Rider and said, "Smash!" As he throw in a smash at Izuku. Izuku crossing his hand together, which make, All Might hitting him directly between his hands, and Izuku being thrown at a wall. And after that, All Might and Aizawa looking at Izuku, or Ghost Rider, as his jaw has fall out, how his jaw falling? His jaw has broke, as Ghost Rider put his hand on his jaw and put it back in its place, as he said, "Is that your strongest punch? Pathetic." As All Might said, "What the?" As Izuku gets hold, using his chains, starts spinning it right like a tornado in front of him, making like a tornado of fire, going right at All Might and Aizawa, as All Might start to protect Aizawa from the heat. And Izuku, after a couple of, spinning the chain, he use it and go to hit All Might with it, wrap it around All Might's body and start spinning around the warehouse, which make the warehouse start to collapse. As Aizawa said, "Mike, Endeavor, we need to go." As he take Mike and Endeavor to get out of here, while, Ghost Rider still spinning All Might around. And after that, he throw him away in the sky, as he said, "Bullseye! Let's see you try to come back from this." As All Might being thrown at a building in the middle of the city, as Izuku starts using his flames, start jumping very high up in the sky, and got in front of All Might, that the people start, recording this using their phone. Izuku jump in the middle of the city in front of All Might, wearing his hoodie jacket. And after that, he looking left and right, seeing the people trying, to record this, as he take off his hoodie and said, "My name is the Ghost Rider, and I am the spirit of vengeance. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the vengeance. So, this is an announcement for any villains that running down Japan. You all should be in fear, because I am here." As he, using his flames, throw a blast at All Might, saying, "Hell flames!" As he blessed All Might away. And after that saying, said into the cameras and the people, "The innocent of Japan should not fear me, because I will protect them. Those people that in need, those people that are screaming for help, I will gonna help them all, even better than any heroes could ever do. So, I'm telling the people of Japan to not worry. Maybe I'm scary, maybe I am terrifying, but even my flames can make the people feel warm instead of being burned." And after that, the hero starts surrounding Izuku, but before that happened, Izuku put his hand on the ground, making a portal under his feet and teleport away. As All Might said, what was that?" As, Death Arms was there, Aizawa and, Endeavor and Prison Mike are very far away, as he said, I don't know, All Might, but let's get you back into the hospital. And Izuku teleport, close to his house as he de-transform. As inside his mind, Vengeance started laughing. Kid, that was so great of you, kid. You done very great. As Izuku said, yeah, did you see me how I was killing all of those villains? And bam, left and right and kick into Aizawa's jaw. And then All Might blasting him with hell flames as, Ghost Rider just laughing as he said, yeah, and you even got a chain. That's even perfect. As Izuku said, yes, what about the chain? As Ghost Rider said, well, I was using it when I was inside, what was his name? Johnny Blaze body. He was using chains, so I like chains. And I can teach you some tricks using it. As Izuku said, I would love that. Well, I'm really tired. I need to go to sleep and maybe in the morning start searching for some parts for the bike. As Ghost Rider said, go on, kid, you deserve some rest. And after that, Izuku come back to his room from the window and go back to sleep. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.